All right, let's try to explain a few things about the delta assignment called compound inequalities level 1. You might see a problem like this, and this is actually two problems. It would be 15 is greater than 2x minus 9, and it would be 2x minus 9 is greater than negative 23. I'm not going to do all of the work for right now on that, but you're going to come up with one of two things. 7 is less than x, and x is less than 12, or 12 is greater than x, and x is greater than negative 7, which is exactly the same thing. I typed it in like this and got my green check mark. Delta told me the right answer was this, which I actually like better, but it's the same exact thing, and my hope is that you totally understand that already. The old school little kid way of saying it, the open alligator is towards the x right here, meaning that x is bigger than negative 7. Here the open alligator is towards the x, saying that the x is bigger than negative 7. Also, the alligator is towards the 12, and the alligator is towards the 12. So these two things are exactly the same thing. This chronologically is probably better. So either way, just type that in correctly after you do your math and you'll be fine. I'm going to show you a couple of examples of some small words that are really important with inequalities. One of them is and the other one little word is or. So you're going to run across ands, and you're going to run across ors with these compound inequalities. That just means more than one inequality. Here's one, and here's another one. But in this case, they want to find the values that are true for this inequality and for this inequality. So I did the work already. I subtracted 1 from both sides, got 16 is less than 4x, divided by 4, and quickly came up with 4 is less than x. Then I did the other inequality, and I added or subtracted 1 from both sides, got 48 is greater than 4x, divided by 4, and got this answer, 12 is greater than x. Well, in this answer, I got the inequality symbol as a greater than, and over here I have a less than. And when you type those in, you want them in the same direction. So it's sort of up to you which one to flip around. I could have flipped this around and called it x is greater than 4, and typed it in this way and this way. But I switched this one so that x was in the middle, and this is probably the best way to write that. But again, had I written 12 is greater than x is greater than 4, it would be right also. Then when I get down here and click on these lines, it gets a little bit tricky, and I hope you guys get handy at doing that. It's not that bad, but when you click on a number, let's say I clicked on this 4 first and dragged over to 12, those would be filled in. It would be this exact segment with those circles filled in. Then it's your job, and it says so right here, to click on them to open them if you need an open circle, or you might leave them filled in if let's say there was an equal sign under here, if this was less than or equal to, then you would have left this one filled in. Okay? So these numbers in between 4 and 12, including 4.1 and 11.86 or something like that, would all work in this inequality and in this inequality. Then you'll see other problems where it says or, and you'll get two separate segments, or rays, I might want to say here. But again, I solved this one, got x is less than negative 2. So I left it open because it's not equal to it, and I would pull my line in delta right on this line. Then I would click on that to make it an open circle on negative 2. So it would be all the numbers, or all the values that are less than negative 2. And then on the other one, I added 7 to both sides, divided, got x is greater than or equal to 6. So I just clicked on there, pulled that line, had two separate rays, I guess, and my final answers. So when you have an or, you're going to have two separate sets of numbers. These numbers will work for this one, or these sets of numbers will work for this one. So I see an or right now, that pretty much tells me I'm gonna have two separate number lines to do. I'm gonna try to do that quickly on the board here and see if that is true. So plus 6, 4x is less than 16, divide by 4, x is less than 4. Sorry about that weird less than symbol. X is less than 4. I might draw that right now. It's not equal to it, so it's an open circle, and it's less than 4. Other side, I'd add 6, I'd get 36 is less than 4x. Divide by 4, 9 is less than x, which also tells me x is greater than 9. I like to see it that way better, but it doesn't matter. Either way, you should be able to tell. Go to 9, don't fill it in because it's not equal to it. Drag your arrow that way, and you'll be done with that. So know the difference between or and you'll do great with these compound inequalities.